You know, I have here the New Testament. This is my last one.
Okay.
Right here, very interesting. I marked it. This is going to be where Jesus celebrates the Passover.
Oh, okay.
Would you be interested in reading something like this?
Sure.
Learn a little bit about Judaism in the New Testament? Can you imagine?
Okay, do you recognize this picture?
Yeah.
Do you know what's going on in here? This painting by Leonardo da Vinci,
Yeah.
one of the most famous paintings in the world, this is actually Jesus celebrating the Passover
Oh,
with his Jewish disciples.
really?
Were you aware of that?
No.
No.
This is actually the Passover.
Really?
Pesach. Yeah, they were celebrating the Pesach.
Really?
Yeah. So Jesus
I
is
had no
celebrating
idea.
the Jewish Jesus celebrating the Passover with his Jewish disciples,
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
sharing the bread
Yeah.
and the cup. And so some people say, well, it's not Jewish to follow Jesus, Yeshua. But have you ever read the New Testament before?
I haven't read the New Testament. I do think that Jesus is more Jewish than most of what Jewish people consider Jewish people to be.
Wow.
In my opinion.
Yeah, that's
In
amazing.
my opinion. He just says be the best person you can be. And in my opinion, that's way more spiritual, connected to God than anything that spreads only one
Yeah.
specific belief.
Yeah, I
about
did-
one specific group.
Yeah, he said the highest commandment is to love others.
Yeah.
To love God and love others.
Without any connection to where you come from or
That's
ethnicity
right. That's
or-
right.
or
It's
group. Yeah.
He included everyone.
It's exactly,
especially
and
the
that's
worst
why
of
I
the
believe in-
society.
yeah.
So it's amazing. Have you never read the New Testament?
No.
Would you be interested in reading it?
Maybe.
And we have one in
maybe.
Hebrew if you like.
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty. Do you speak Hebrew?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Israeli.
אני ישראלי, כן.
Wow, Madim.
Yeah.
Madim. You want to get one out of the bag? And you know, it's funny because we actually bookmark today the book of Luke,
Okay.
Lucas.
Okay.
And in chapter 22, it actually talks about the Pesach. It talks about this picture
Really interesting.
in there. And
Okay.
it's actually the first time, that the Pesach as a Seder
Yeah.
is mentioned in any Jewish literature is in the New Testament. Actually, it's
That's
in all the
crazy.
Gospels.
I will read
yeah.
it. I'll read it.
Right on, man. What's your
Yeah.
name?
Roy. Nice
Roy.
to meet you.
Thanks, I'm Jeff.
What's your YouTube channel
It's
name?
called
I'll
So
check
Be It. So the Jewish Jesus celebrating with his Jewish disciples the Jewish Passover.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
know that
nice.
Jesus was Jewish?
Yes, of course.
You have some knowledge too.
Yeah, she's religious.
Really? That's amazing. So what do you think about Jesus?
דבר בעברית.
לא, את יכולה להגיד בעברית ואני פשוט אתרגם.
כן?
כן, בטח.
אז רגע, אז תשאל אותי שוב את השאלה.
מה את חושבת על ישוע?
שהוא עשה טעויות, מספר טעויות.
אוקיי.
אבל בסוף הוא יכול להיות מה שהוא רוצה, בסוף הוא נשאר יהודי.
What kind of mistakes do you think that he made?
שהוא גנב את שם השם המפורש, נכנס לקודש הקודשים. טוב, הוא גם היה קצת מנודה מהחברה, הוא היה ממזר, אז הדברים האלה הובילו אותו לעשות לאו דווקא בחירות נכונות.
ואיפה למדת את כל זה?
מהבית?
מהבית.
כן.
לא קראת את הברית החדשה כדי לראות מה כתוב שם?
לא.
מאוד יהודי, ספר מאוד יהודי, שבעצם ממשיך את התנ"ך בצורה מאוד חלקה. And do you know that it's actually a Jewish thing to follow Yeshua?
I don't think it is actually.
No, why not?
Well, because there is only one God and you can't have two gods. I mean, Jesus is the Son of God, right?
Yes.
So you can't actually have you can't follow two, celestial beings, I guess.
Yeah.
And you only have to follow God according to the Jewish literature and to the Bible.
Yeah.
So the New Testament, I believe, is not something that Jews should follow.
Yeah, so did you know that the New Testament or Christianity doesn't teach about more than one God? It teaches only one God. They worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah, I know.
Only the one God, but who reveals himself in different forms.
Mm-hmm.
You see God showing up in different forms. Okay, Moses says if you see God, you'll die. Okay, but yet Abraham sees God, Moses sees God, Jacob sees God, Gideon sees God, Manoah sees God, all these different Bible figures, they see someone, and they wash his feet, they give him food to eat, they talk to him as God, and this person that's talking back to them in the flesh speaks in the first person as God, not saying that he's Jesus, speaks in the first person as God, and does things and says things only God can say and do. Only. We believe in the one God, only one God, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that reveals himself in different ways to humanity for different purposes and different reasons. Still one God. So for instance, you are mind, body, and soul, right? 3 in 1. If you take one away, you don't exist anymore. And you have to have each one of them together in one.
Did you know that it's a Jewish thing to believe in Jesus?
It's a Jewish thing to believe.
Yeah.
It's a Jewish thing that believe that it was exist, but it is not a Jewish thing that to believe it is the
In his
Messiah.
way. That's the Judaism saying that. But
Yeah.
us, as Jewish believers in Jesus, for us, we believe that a Jewish man who believes in a Jewish Messiah that fulfills Jewish prophecies in the Bible,
Yeah.
that there's nothing more Jewish than that. You see
Of
where
course.
I'm going?
Yeah. That's
So
yeah,
that's-
totally. I respect Jesus. Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you know about Jesus' teachings?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I dig into that. Yeah, I also have a
Really?
good friend. Yeah. I was digging into that. Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah,
So have you read the New Testament?
Not all of it. No,
Not all of
I read parts and having discussions about it.
You know, I have here the New Testament. This is my last one.
Okay.
Right here, very interesting. I marked it. This is going to be where Jesus celebrates the Passover.
Oh, okay.
Would you be interested in reading something like this?
Sure.
Learn a little bit about Judaism in the New Testament? Can you imagine? So the first time the Seder is actually recorded since Exodus is going to be found in the New Testament. So this is really amazing.
But you know, Judaism like to hide stuff
Yes.
because of
Bias,
agendas.
agenda. That's very, very
It doesn't
smart.
go with the Zionism and
No.
the Jewish spirit.
You don't even know how much I enjoyed having this conversation.
I guess I'm not the perfect interviewer for you because I used to live in the state and I used to have very close
Really?
friends, Catholic friends, and I was really
learned a
interested
lot.
in learning this stuff in Jewish and Jesus' way, and
Wow,
I'm fascinated
that's
by it.
amazing.
So
Thank you so much. I hear this is your birthday.
Yeah.
So this is a birthday gift from me to you.
Oh,
It's eternal
appreciate
life.
it. Yeah, appreciate it. Sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
May you
for
have a happy Passover. Where,
too.
where are you going to be celebrating Passover?
With my family.
With your family? Are
Yeah,
you
my
going to be
lovely,
in it?
yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fun. I think that when they see that Jesus is celebrating Passover, it's not this Western Messiah. It's a Jewish thing, you know? And I believe that once we see how Jewish believing in Jesus can be,
Yeah.
I think it's just going to click and the Jewish people would understand that Jesus is a Jewish Messiah.
Right, right. I think it's amazing how the Israeli professor from the Hebrew University in Jerusalem,
Who isn't a believer in
who's
Jesus?
not a believer, Yuval, he says that the first mention of the Passover as a Seder, as an orderly ceremony, is actually in the New Testament. That's the first mention of it since the Exodus. And in Deuteronomy, it says that we need to observe it, but the first record of actually an observance of it
Is in the New Testament.
is in the New Testament.
Isn't that
Isn't that
amazing?
amazing? Where Jesus is sitting with his disciples at the Last Supper, and they have the cups. The matzah itself is pierced and striped. Did you notice that?
Jesus was pierced and striped.
Yeah, Jesus was pierced and striped. Isaiah says, with his stripes we are healed. Zechariah, they shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. So it's like the symbolism is like all there, and you can say it means other things, but the clear interpretation is, you know, it speaks for itself, I think. These hidden secrets of the Passover table that just scream out, Jesus is the Messiah.
Pray for these people who have been exposed to Jesus and been enlightened of how Jewish he actually is.
That's right. They knew a lot, man.
They did.
They knew a lot. But we're also going to post down in the description links to some articles about Passover and about how you can see Yeshua, Christ, in the Passover.
Go ahead and read those amazing articles.
Yeah,
Jeff
you learn a lot.
is going to be making sure that to answer all of your comments
Why do you
here.
always say that? I'm going to answer everybody else's comments on every other channel except for ours.
That's right. Jeff is waiting.
We like to invite you to reach out to us. We have our email down in the description. You can ask us questions. Check out the Passover for yourself. Don't take our word for it. Go check out the literature on it. Go check out what Professor Israel Yuval says about it. Brilliant teacher from the Hebrew University in Jerusalem. So go check him out.
So don't forget to leave a like, a share, and a comment. And we're going to see you guys in the next video. God bless you guys.
Litraot.